Wait. See again. See. Let me see. What's that? Let me see. Okay. Shit. This is nonsense. So this is So what happened is here we go again with the Facebook about the guy Mohammed Al Maliki who is connected with the masjid in Croydon in the UK. The weather today is cool. It's very cool, very cool today. Very cool, and it's rainy. I'm sorry, but the masjid in Croydon. So the guy, um, forgive me, Islamic ICT or whatever, who has a guy, I think his name is Tafsir Dunweir or something, whatever, ICT Croydon in the United Kingdom, which is sort of Salafist, but not completely. But they have resources. They collect the zakat, the sadaqah. They run the masjid. There's access to money. He is another one that when I call, he doesn't. He no longer answers. And it was for a long time. The same thing happened when I used to call him from California. It got to a point, and then he suddenly stopped. So there's something wrong with with Saudi Arabia. Even though they contain the two holy places, there's something wrong. Something wrong. Something not right. He won't answer anymore, Muhammad Maliki. But the Facebook thing it keeps pushing me with the friend suggestion for him. It doesn't do that like 7 days in a row or more. Facebook normally doesn't do that. You know, keep doing the friend suggestion for 7 to 8 days in a row for the same person. The emails are nothing but stuff that's like almost like it's not spam, but nothing useful from the emails. Nothing that can benefit me. Nothing that can help me out. You know, to further to progress my life. And then from the Muslims, I feel the Muslims, the energy, because I had a dream that I had grabbed a satanic influenced or connected kind of man with authority, and he was a black guy with envy, and I grabbed him and I was choking him like I was killing him. He was a black guy, he was a government type of official, unknown, but somebody that was in counter-terror or some kind of operations, but he had envy for me. And he was causing me a lot of problems with the black person. There's black women involved too, and I finally grabbed him last night, and I never had this much strength to grab him, and I was cursing him in God's name, and I spat at him. I cursed him, and I grabbed him by the neck, and I started hooking up like this and killing them. And then the SWAT teams or whatever came and wanted to shoot, but I had to grab him and say, I'll kill him. And I started ripping his neck. And I started breaking his neck and ripping it. I started killing him in the dream. And that was when I woke up. Like it was early this morning. I think I had this dream. Yeah, it was after Fajr prayer early this morning. So it keeps suggesting me. We have a friend suggested it's Muhammad MOH. It's Muhammad al-Maliki. He might be aligned with what they consider extremism. Second, the proton mail. Nothing. The third is an app called Signal, which this young lady that works for the Pirate Party here in Iceland and Mo. What's her number? That's her number there. She said, but I didn't see her before, but she knows everybody at the Pirate Party. But I'm going to send her a message later on. One day later, any word from Mordor, Mordor, it's pronounced Mordor. Any word from Mordor yet? One day later. And then there was somebody I'm trying to get in touch with, a Muslim sister, who gave me an answer, said, I'll give you an answer on that tomorrow. It's about her herself directly. It's not about anybody else. It's about her herself. So I'll give you an answer. And then Hassan of Seattle, Washington, that's his phone number. Action Everett, he says, help you. We all have to live with the decisions we make, because he keeps pressing me about living in Washington State. Like that's the best for me. It's not. That's this one, the Indonesian one, who said you hurt her, you torment her so much by not coming. But I'm wondering if the Indonesian marriage thing is a trap. It was a trap set for me by elements of this black guy or white guy or a combination of these other people who hate me, because I'm considered to be ugly and inferior, ugly and racially inferior, but I have been given vast mental faculties, and I have some impairments. I'm not the best, definitely not the best looking, but I've been given great but potential abilities, especially when it comes to business, mercantile, and there's envy. There's a lot of envy coming from even Muslims, and I cannot discern who's my enemy. There's a lot of envy. I have to be very, 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 very careful. A lot of envy, jealousy. Yeah, a lot. There's a lot of it. I don't even know if it's coming from Singapore or Mubarak or whatever. See, because Brother Mubarak, the elderly man who's 70 years old, he could have married a long time ago. Yeah, he could have married a long time ago. And I don't know what's going on. And I'm hoping they don't know the sexual aspect about me like Salim knows. Like Haj Salim, who is close. Haj Salim is close with Sheikh Imran Hussein. In fact, I didn't know Sheikh Imran Hussein, Molana, married Haj Salim, did a wedding for Haj Salim. I didn't know they were that close. I've been close to Salim almost 30 years. So I hope these people, the other Muslims, don't know what he knows about me, because he knows I have a high libido. A powerful libido, which needs to be satiated, taken care of. He knows that he might already be asleep. Yeah, so if I had called, I should have called him in the middle of the night. I had the chance to do it too, and I didn't do it. So a lot of people, they have envy of me. The problem is that I may have created an enemy out of this sister. The Indonesian, the young lady on the green side. See, you have a new friend suggestion, Muhammad al-Maliki. See what I'm talking about? See, these are not extremists, the people of Southeast Asia, but the Saudi thing has it, and they might be trying to set me up with counterterrorism. That's what they're trying to set me up. Set me up means entrapment. It means to entrap you, trickfully, deceitfully, using Facebook. See, you could Mark Zuckerberg, all his wealth, if you envy him, you could sue that motherfucker, man. In Facebook and all that, being a part of that, because they go in your contacts, man, and they look for things that the government want to create entrapment stuff. They go in your contacts. I'm the living case as to why Edward Snowden ran to Russia. I'm the living case as to why Edward Snowden ran away to Russia. The living reason why he did what he did. Edward Snowden, the Julian Assange situation, Kim.com. I'm the living proof of these guys about the digital world, the surveillance, the lack of digital freedom, the interference. The living proof. And because I'm a Negro and I'm a dark, I'm a black, a lot of people don't want to take up my case, my cause. They don't want to stand up for me. Particularly the Muslim community. A lot of people don't want to take up my case. And the living reason why the games they play with this electronics, this thing that's supposed to be the very enabler of your freedom, digital freedom, and to touch lives around the world and link people with each other positively, not extremists or terroristically. Positively link people's lives together. See, the wind is really kicking up. You know. Yeah, and it's raining out there, man. But I gotta go out there to try to get some food for Fitor, for iftar. I'm the living case, and I'm trying to get media attention to my case. How I'm being targeted possibly by black people working in coordination with redneck. I hate using the word redneck. Redneck white people, white men who want to make an example, who want to make a case. Also to psychologically frame and torment me and my old Baptist mother that we are niggers, that we are nothing but niggers, that we are inferior, that we are nothing, and they are somebody exposing you like that. And this started during Obama. This is not President Trump's fault. This is not his fault. He has nothing to do with this. This is President Obama's administration. That's when it got the worst. It got really bad.